Good morning, everybody. And today is day 9, and we are discussing about whole numbers and their properties. And we completed in the previous class. We solved a few questions on whole numbers from the exercise 1. Now we will learn few properties of whole numbers. These are very important. Listen carefully and try to understand. And definitely we'll have questions on the annual exam as well as in the quarterly, that is SA1 and SA2 also. We have 4 marks question on these properties of whole numbers. So as we know, whole numbers will be represented by W, and there are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and so on. You cannot write the last one details, or you cannot register the greatest. The smallest whole number is 0, the greatest whole number we cannot find. That's all. Now, the properties of whole numbers, let us learn. Properties of whole numbers. Under addition. Properties of whole numbers under addition. In the previous class, you may learn or may not. Let us recall what we. First one is closure property. Okay, what do you mean by closure property? Let us discuss about this. Let me explain few questions. One example. Let me give some examples. The example: when you add two whole numbers, what you will get? 3 is a whole number. Yes, 3 is a whole number. And 5 is also a whole number. Or two whole numbers. What will happen what you will get when you add two whole numbers? 3 plus 5. What is that? 3 plus 5, 8. Is it a whole number? Yes, 8 is also a whole number. What we can say, 8 is a whole number. One more example. 15 and 26 are two whole numbers. When you add 15 and 26, what you will get? 15 plus 26, that is 41. Yes. Is 41 is a whole number? Yes, it is also a whole number. 41 is also a whole number. In general, now what we learn from this, we can write as many as you want. What is conclusion? What do you understand from this? Examples. That means when you add any two whole numbers, we will get as their sum is also another whole number. In other words, in general, sum of any two whole numbers is also a whole number. I repeat, sum of any two whole numbers is also a whole number. This is called closure property under addition on whole numbers. If you want to generalize in general for any two whole numbers, A and B are any two whole numbers. Then A plus B is equals to C is also a whole number. So what I said, closure property is nothing but sum of any two whole numbers is also a whole number. In general, A and B, where A and B are any two variables, we can write in the place of A any whole number, in the place of B any whole number. When you add A and B, you will get one more number, that is also a whole number. So this is called closure property under addition. So one more property after this. Commutative under addition. Commutative property under addition. So, okay, fine. Let me explain a few. Let me take two whole numbers, 8 and 56. Belongs to this symbol says belongs to set of whole numbers. 8 and 6 belongs to W. What is W? W is a set of whole numbers. Means 8 and 56 are any two whole numbers which will lie in the set of whole numbers. Understood? 8 and 56 belongs to W. That means 8 and 56 are any two whole numbers. Then 8 plus 56. What is 8 plus 56? 60. Okay. So here in this addition we wrote 8 first and 56 in the next. In reverse. What will happen when you have 56 and 8? It is also 60. What we can say? 8 plus 56 or 56 plus 8 will be the same, and 64 is also a whole number. Is also a so what we can say, so if you want to verify a few more examples. 4 and 12 or any two whole numbers. Then 4 plus 12 is 16 or 12 plus 4 is also 16. So 4 plus 12 or 12 plus 4 is equals to 16. 16 is also a whole number. From this one, what we can say, whole numbers can be added in any order, right to left or left to right. Right? I repeat, whole numbers, two whole numbers can be added in any order to find their sum. That is called commutative under addition. Commutative property under addition. In general, generalizing in the place of these numbers, let us take some letters A and B or C, D, anything we can do. In general, for all, otherwise A comma B are any two whole numbers. A comma B are any two whole numbers. Then A plus B is equals to B plus A. So this is called commutative property of whole numbers under addition. What is that? Commutative under addition. So next one is associative under addition. Associative property. So in this case, first what we in the closure property, we have taken two whole numbers and we found their sum. That sum is also a whole number. The second property, that is commutative property, there also we have taken two whole numbers and we found their sum in two ways. Right to left or left. We can from that what we learn, we can find the sum of any two whole numbers in any order. Now in this case we can take three or more. So let me take 3, 4, 5 consecutive numbers. You can take any three. Not it is not necessary that you can take. You must take only consecutive continuous numbers. You can take any numbers. Okay, 3, 8, and 10. Let me take some. Three whole numbers. Or any two whole numbers. Then, so what I am doing, 3, I am finding the sum of 3 and 8 first, 3 plus 8, then that sum will be added to 10. So 3 plus 8 is 11, 11 plus 10 is 21. Now in another way, let me find the sum of 8 and 10. Their sum will be added to, their 3 place of 8 plus 10. Now here I am finding the sum of 8 and 10. After that we find the sum of 3 and among these two numbers. So 3 plus of 8 plus 10 is 18. So 18 plus 3 is also 21. So what we can write, therefore, what we can write, 3 plus of 8 plus of 10 is equals to 3 plus of 8 plus 10. So what is that? We can find the sum of 3 or more than 3 whole numbers in any order. Otherwise, 3 or more whole numbers can be added in any order to find their sum. I repeat, 3 or more whole numbers can be added in any order to find their sum. In general, in the place of, if you want one more example, let me explain. 0, 25 and 40. Or any three numbers. So let me find the sum of 0 and 25. Then that will be added to 45. So 0 plus 25. What we learn? If you add 0 to any number, then we will get the same number. So 25 plus 45. What we get? 45 plus 25 is 70. Similarly, 0 plus of 25 plus 45. 0 plus of 25 plus 45 is 70. 70 plus 0 is also 70. So in place of 0 we can take one more number, any number we can take. So in this way, what we learn, sum of 3 or more than whole numbers can be added in any order to find their sum. This is called associative property of under addition. So in the place of 3 whole numbers, we can write A, B and C, or any 3 whole numbers. Then A plus B plus C is equals to A plus of B plus C. This is associative under addition. So till now we learned closure property, comparative property and associative under addition. Now we will discuss one more property, that is identity. Identity under addition. So the whole numbers will start from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and so on. In this case, what I will say, 9 plus 0. What is 9 plus 0? 9. 0 plus 99. It is also 90. And 150 plus 0. It is 150. As we know that when you add 0 to any number or any number to 0, will get the same. So this is called identity, because 0 is called identity under addition. 0 is called identity element in the whole number set under addition. So what we can say, sum of 0 and a whole number will be the whole number itself. I repeat, sum of 0 and a whole number will be the same whole number. This is called identity under addition. So what we can say in general, 0 if A is any whole number, then 0 plus A or A plus 0 will be A. So this is generalized. So what we can say, sum of 0 and a whole number will be always the same whole number. So this is called identity under addition. Now, till now closure, commutative, associative, identity under addition we will learn. Similarly, we can have some properties under multiplication also. We have some properties under multiplication also on the whole number. The same properties we will learn under multiplication. What is the first property we learn under addition? That is closure property. Closure property under multiplication. In this case, take any two whole numbers. Any two whole numbers. Let us take 5 and 8 or any two whole numbers. Then, what is 8 into 5? When you multiply 8 with 5, what do you get? 8 into 5 is 40. Yes, 40 is also a whole number. Right is also a, so 40 is also a whole number. Similarly, if you take some more examples, 25 and 4. You can take 25 and 4 or any two whole numbers. Then 25 into 4 is equals to 100. Yes, it is also a whole number. So what we observe from this one? The product of multiplication, the product of two whole numbers is also a whole number. I repeat, product of any two whole numbers is also a whole number. This is called a closure property under addition, multiplication. In generalization. What we can say? If A comma B are any two whole numbers. If A comma B are any two whole numbers, then A into B is equals to C. That means when you multiply A and B, where A and B are any two whole numbers, when you multiply them, the product will be another number, that is C, and it is also a whole number. Don't get confusion with this symbol and C. It is C. It is belongs to product of A and B will be C. That is also a whole number. So this is called as closure property under multiplication. Closure under multiplication. Next one is commutative under multiplication. Next topic is commutative property under multiplication. So in this topic, what we can see, previously also we learned commutative under addition. There what we did, we have taken two whole numbers and we found their sum in do both ways, right to left or left to right. In the similarly here also we can take. Let us take 2 and 3 are any two whole numbers. Then what is 2 into 3? That is 6. Okay. In reverse, 3 into 2, that is also 6. What we can say, 2 into 3 or 3 into 2 is also 6, and the 6 is also a whole number. So a small example, small numbers I have taken. You can write any big numbers as you, whichever the two whole numbers you want, you can take and multiply them in right to left or left to right. Verify whether they are equal or not. That is called commutative under multiplication. Now, one more example. Let us take 12 and 5. Any two, we can your wish, any two. 12 and 5 or any two whole numbers. Then 12 into 5. 12 5 is 60. Similarly, 5 into 12, that is also 60. Therefore, what we can write? 12 into 5 or 5 into 12 will be same, that is 60. So, what we can say? Product of two numbers. Otherwise, we can multiply two whole numbers in any order to find their sum. This is to find their product. We can multiply two whole numbers in any order to find their product. So this is called commutative property under multiplication. If you generalize, if you want to generalize it, in the place of numbers, we can write any variable. If A comma B or any two whole numbers, then A into B is equals to B into A. This is called commutative property under multiplication. I hope you understood this one. And the next one is associative property. Associative property under multiplication. In the previously also we learned, here we need to take three whole numbers and we need to find their product in both ways. So let me take 3, 8 and 15 or any three whole numbers. The example, this is one example I am giving you. Then 3 into, let me find product of 15 and 8 first, then we will multiply these two product, this product with 3. Okay, 3 into 8 into 15. So 3 into 15, 8 are 120. Now 0, 6, it is 360. Now what I will say, first I will find the product of 3 and 8 first. Then the product is multiplied with 15. I am changing the place order. 3 8 are 24 into 15. Now 15 4 is 16. 15 2 is 30 plus 2 is 36. So what we got? We got the same. So what we can write? 3 into 8 into 15 is equals to 3 into 8 into 15. So we can find, what we can say, we can find the product of three whole numbers in any order. Otherwise, three whole numbers can be multiplied in any order to find their product. Both ways we can say. If you want to generalize it, if you want one more example, let me explain. 6, 10 and you can write 12 or any three ones. Then 6 into 10. Let me find out the product of 6 and 10 first. Then that is multiplied with 12. 6 into 10 is 60 and that is multiplied with 12. 12 6 is 72. The answer is 720. The product of these three whole numbers we have 720. Now we will change the order. So let me write the 6 out of and we will find the product of 10 and 12 first. So 6 into 10 into 12 is 120. 6 into 0 is 0. 6 2 is 12. 6 1 is 6 plus 1 is 7. What we have? We got the same answer. So in general, what we can write here? 6 into 10 into 12 is equals to 6 into 10 into 12. So what is the product of three whole numbers? Otherwise, three whole numbers can be multiplied in any order to find their product. This is called associative under multiplication. In general, now if you want to generalize it, in the place of three whole numbers, we can write any variable. We can write three variables. If A, B, and C are any three whole numbers, then A into B into C is equals to A into B into C. This is called as associative property under multiplication. And it is sometimes it was asked in previous questions under 4 marks. Verify whether give, otherwise explain associative property under multiplication on a whole number by giving example under 4 marks. So be careful, listen carefully and practice thoroughly. Identity property under multiplication. So, what will have when you multiply 1 with any whole number? 1 into 5 is what? 5. 1 into 5 is 5. 15 into 1 is 50. 29 into 1 is 29. 1 into 99, what do you get? 99. When you multiply any number with 1 or 1 with any number, you get the same number. So, the what we can say? Product of 1 and a whole number will be the same whole number. I repeat, the product of 1 and any whole number will be the same whole number. So, this is called identity property under multiplication, whereas 1 is called multiplicative identity or identity element under multiplication. What do you call? 1 is called identity under identity element under multiplication all in whole. Identity element under multiplication. Otherwise, one is called identity under multiplication. If you want to generalize it, what we can write? If A is a whole number, any letter instead of A, don't get it in this sign is A is one whole number, then A into 1 or 1 into A will be A. So this is called identity under multiplication. One is called multiplicative identity or identity element under multiplication on whole numbers. And one more property is left over, that is distributive property over addition. Multiplication of distributive property over addition. So, let 3, 5 and 8 are any three whole numbers. Or any three whole numbers. Then just see what we do. So what I am doing, I am multiplying 3 with the sum of 5 and 8. Listen carefully. I am multiplying the sum of 5 and 8 with 3. So what we get? 3 into. So 5 plus 8 is 13. 13 3 are how much? 13 3 are 39. Okay, instead of this one, what I will do, I will find out the product of 3 and 5 first and 3 and 8 separately. Then we will add the two products. What we will get? 3 into 5 plus 3 into 8. 3 5 are 15 plus 3 8 are 24. That is also what we have 39. So what is happening here? Multiplication is distributing over addition. This is called distributive property over addition. So in this chapter, what we learn in this topic, in this session, we learn whole numbers and their properties. What we learn under addition and multiplication: closure property, commutative property, associative, identity under addition, as well as closure, commutative, associative, and closure, commutative, associative, identity under multiplication. Along with this, one more part, that is distributive property over addition. These topics we learn and listen carefully and practice at home. And these are very important. Based on this only, we can solve the few questions in the next exercise. And definitely we'll have one question for under 4 marks from these problems. Thank you.